Welcome to the next video, and I will show you now how you read the markets correctly and how to find the right spot to trade. We are using the 1-minute chart for day trading purpose, and you need no special tool. You don't need any detailed charts which show you hundreds of values. We need only the 1-minute chart. It's a basic chart and we can read through it, and I will explain to you how you can read the market movements easily. So for software, we are using Sierra Chart, we are using MetaTrader, TradingView, and you can use every software you want. You just need the 1-minute chart like me here. And the first thing is, on our analysis, we zoom out. This is very important. We zoom out on the maximum value here, and I see the candles are now very, very small. Why we do this? Because in the 1-minute chart, we see the movements very clear. The problem is when you are trading like this, you zoom in and you watch the candles maybe like this. You have a problem because you don't see much here. We need to see the movement, and that's why we are zooming out and make smaller candles here at the first place. So then the second thing is what you should watch out for. What you should watch out for is the highs and the lows. This is very important for our analysis. And here we see in the main session, this is the S&P 500. By the way, we see in the main session here, we are looking today at this movement here. We're seeing the market is doing higher lows and higher highs. We're seeing here the higher lows. The market goes up and we have the higher highs. So what I'm doing here is my focus is on the highs and on the lows. You can do this in every market situation. For example, I'm going to the left side. Here we are in a range and we see, okay, if you see the highs and the lows, you see it, this is a range market, like this, the structure. And then if we see the market is a trending market, so we have here, for example, the higher lows and the higher highs. Okay, I know the market will move and maybe I can find a trade. The next thing is here, if we analyze the trend, is that we want to see green candles, big green candles like this here, or even red candles in a row to find our trade, because we want to have the momentum. If the market makes a trend and it goes like this, very, very, very slow, very, very slow, and it makes like a green, red candles in a trend, it's super difficult to trade. So the best thing is here to wait till the market is awake, let's say like this, and shows me the green candles like this here. So, and that's how we read the market. We need to get this in our head that we have strong momentum and the market will move with the focus on the higher highs and the higher lows. Now you might ask, okay, how we find our trades? How we find our trades? We are using for a better analysis also the Zig Zag indicator. You see the Zig Zag indicator, that's this white line, and it shows you the movement in the tick value. So this is a good advantage to get a better overview what I told you before, because here we see the market, for example, it made an up move from 81 ticks. Before it made 53 ticks. And you see the pullback, it's only 32 ticks. Here, 23 ticks, even 80 ticks. Here it makes a high trend, but this is normally okay for the pullback. You see the next one is 102 ticks. So in the uptrend, if we see this, we just have to wait for the pullback. And you see it, if it makes a pullback around 20 ticks, around 20 ticks, 20 ticks again, we can enter the trade. You will see this, that the market is tending, it wants to make the pullback always in the same tick value. Not always, but yeah, let's say in a similar tick value. You see this 23, 18, 22, 21, 18 again here, then the trend is stopping. But what I mean here is, if we have the uptrend and you see this, that the market did a pullback of 20 ticks before, you can expect in the future that the market will do the same pullback with 20 ticks. And so there is our entry. And yeah, we will find our entry here, for example, with the color switch, more to the entry signals in our next lessons. I will zoom in a little bit for you. And here we see the market goes up, up, up. And here, for example, we have a pullback, a color switch, and there would be our entry, and we could take the trade. Also, we could do here after this pullback, could enter our trade here. But there you might need to be aware of the stop placement and your goal in trading, because this is a very high stop loss, a very big stop loss here. If we would take this one here below, this one, it's much smaller, or even you could search for entries here or here in this section, it's much smaller. So yeah, that's basically how we read the markets. I will repeat it for you so you can remember it. First thing, you zoom out. Very important to get the bigger structure. Then you focus on the highs and the lows. We always teach this in our videos and our free education. If we have an uptrend, okay, higher rising highs, higher rising lows. And for downtrends, we have falling lows, falling highs. That you should remember. And then the thing is, we need to wait for the momentum. We need to have a strong movement. So we see a lot of green candles, for example, in a row. That's good. And so we know we can trade. And then you see with the zigzag indicator, you see the length of these movements with the pullbacks. And we enter our trades in the pullback to get into the trend and to have a bigger movement, for example, like this. Because the same is for the pullback. If you see the market does only 20 ticks pullbacks, and then it comes a 70 ticks movement in the direction, you can expect that it will do again a 70 tick movement. It looks like this, it goes like this. And here we see, let's say like this, 70, 20, 70, 20, and again 70 ticks movement. So that's what you can do with the zigzag, and it's a very helpful tool to measure the price movements. Yeah. See you on the next video where we show you another tool for our entry settings, or we are using it to determine the right trend.